Well, here's the thing, doing Kabbalah in your early 20s is like the jackpot of humanity, of living existence on the planet, I feel like, because doing Kabbalah creates the foundation of your life. And when you're in your early 20s, you're literally building your life. Like, this is the time where people are going to college, or maybe they're getting in serious relationships and they're starting to build the foundation where they're going to be the person who they're going to be in the world. And so I think doing Kabbalah when you're in your early 20s, it's like you don't have all of those blocks that you already built, and you're starting fresh. So you're cleaning out so much of the subconscious programming from your childhood, from your teenage years, and you're cleaning your subconscious so that you can actually have a foundation based in the light, and not from your ego, or not from your programming of what your parents said you should do or what society said you should do. Like, you're actually connecting to who you are, you're connecting to your God self. And when you actually can connect to your God self and build a foundation of your life, then that will catapult you forward. Like, for instance, for me, when I grew up, I never wanted to be in the corporate world. Like, I said I would, go do yoga and live on a farm in Hawaii. Like, that was my goal in life. Like, I did not want to do anything more than that. I didn't see a potential for me to be able to make $100,000. Like, I didn't even think I would ever make that much money in my life. And when I first did my first Kabbalah tree, I remember Jordan asking the class, put your grandest vision, put like something that you don't even like, that you think could be possible, but is definitely a stretch. And I remember the idea of being able to make $100,000 felt astronomical. And I remember walking up to him and saying, like, can I do that? Like, can I ask for this? Like, I'm like 21 years old and I made $12,000, like, ever. Like, is this something that I can do? And he was like, of course you can. And I started to open up this potential of like, okay, well, if someone else can do it, then maybe I can. And so I went through a process of like letting go of all these limiting beliefs. And it was really difficult because I had to really face myself, but I got to awaken to my own empowerment and my own potential. And then, of course, I started to get led in different directions where I started to be in spaces where I could make more money. And then my first tree, I literally quadrupled my income. I started to make like 45,000, and then that went to 60,000, and that was like, how could this even be possible? And I was like, wow, I actually am capable of holding my light and being able to hold this frequency of abundance, and navigate this world from a clearer space. Because I didn't want to be in the corporate world, because I didn't want to be in the matrix. I didn't want to be a slave to this. And now I'm like in this world, but I'm not of it, and I don't feel like a slave. I feel like I'm an empowered being, and I can now live in this world, and I can utilize these tools to then create a successful future for myself. So now I'm in a position where I can make six figures, right? That's a tangible thing that I'm like, I can totally do that, and that's something that I can achieve in this next year, and I have no doubts about that. I believe in myself, and also I feel empowered to do that. I feel like I can stand strong in these spaces. I don't feel like the minds of others are affecting me. And now as I continue to grow and evolve, I get to continue to build on this foundation of my life, right? So this, talking about money is just one example, and I think it's one way that a fruit has come from this work. But now I can grow in my 20s, and I can make money, but I can also invest in myself, and I can invest in my light work, and I can, eventually, be in my 30s and say like, okay, I had my 20s where I got to make money and do light work and live in joy, like not actually feel like I'm suffocating the whole time, and actually enjoy the process, so that I can build myself a castle and build myself a life that is based on the light, and is based on my true desire, and is based on my connection with God. And so yeah, doing Kabbalah in your early 20s is everything, because it just sets you up for the rest of your life to be filled with more joy and more beauty, more peace, more abundance in every way, whether that's financial, mental, spiritual. and I just love it so much. And I love Kabbalah, and I love the light, and I love this lineage, and it's helped me heal so much and be the person that I am. And I know that there's just so much more to be explored and uncovered. And so yeah, do Kabbalah in your 20s.